This is our first open water trip of the year. We're headed down to Washington, D.C. When I was here 2 years ago, we got skunked for 3 days straight. This is round 2. This took a lot of time for this one fish, but we got it done. Welcome back, guys. We are at the airport, and that means we're getting out of the cold, getting out of Winnipeg, and this is our first open water trip of the year. We're headed down to Washington, D.C., East Coast, doing some striped bass fishing, something I've not done a lot of. It is the time when the biggest stripers come from the ocean up the rivers, and I meet my buddy Nick Lee down there, and he said now is the time to come. So quick trip, 3 days of fishing, and cross our fingers we can hook up, because last time I went we got shut out. So here we go. Thank you. Welcome to Washington, D.C., home of Donald Trump and big striped bass. Last thing we're waiting for is the rod tube, which is pretty important, but I could go buy a rod if this doesn't show up. But yeah, I got about, I don't even know how long the drive is. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how long the drive is to protect Nick's spot, but a couple hour drive, and we're in striped bass county. He has been fishing this morning already. He sent me pictures, they're on them. No monsters, but they're catching schoolies, they're called. So higher numbers, smaller fish. I don't care. I just want to be fishing on a boat, not ice fishing. So let's wait for the rods and then we'll get going. So there's some good news and there's some bad news. The good news is it's t-shirt weather, which is a very nice change. The bad news is they lost my fishing rods. I think they got left in Minneapolis, so sucks to suck, but here we are. I think Delta's gonna give me a credit to buy a rod, or I'm just gonna use the other guy's rod, so not the end of the world. We're catching our shuttle to my rental vehicle, and then we'll actually get fishing. Just on the topic of packing for trips, always pack the essentials on your carry-on, because when something like that happens, I knew a fishing rod would be easy to replace, but to find a camera last minute would be a very tough thing. So pack the essentials, any camera gear, you know, maybe a high-end reel, but that was a cheap rod. It's not a big deal. We're not ice fishing, so it's all good. Well, we decided to splurge a little bit on this trip, and we have a minivan. It was the cheapest, so we are off to Gander Mountain to find a rod, and then hopefully a couple hours of fishing yet today. Checking back in with you guys. Driving, a lot of driving. We had to do a little rerouting because we had to change locations last minute. It's a long story, but we are gonna get a fish yet today, at least I hope. We're now in the middle of nowhere, Virginia, and hopefully we'll find them at the end of this road. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 hours later, and we made it. Been up since 3:30 this morning. Nick, everybody, Ryan, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
Gas station chicken.
What do we have going on?
Gas station chicken. That's the best.
So, when I was here 2 years ago, Nick said you gotta get down here. The big stripers are going. He was sending me pictures of giants. The day before I show up, there was like a monsoon. The river went up by like 10 feet and we got skunked for 3 days straight. You might have caught one like 18-inch. The highlight of the trip last time was gas station chicken, and
it's delicious.
What's the dipping sauce?
Crispy's original.
All right, we're gonna get rigged, and then Nick said it's a 4-hour drive to our next spot, so. I've been messing with all the time so people don't know where we're fishing.
God.
What?
Ready to go fishing?
Oh my goodness.
Electric's super effective against water. I don't know if you knew that.
I've been up since 3:30. I'm gonna sit in the back.
Yeah, take a nap.
We got a 2-hour drive to our locale, and we gotta buy fishing licenses, and we're night fishing today. Welcome back! I just drank a 5-hour energy, half a tall can of Monster. We're going fishing! I had a nap in the back of the vehicle, but now I feel good.
So we're just gonna be fishing right along the line where the light meets the water. The striper hide inside the shadows and then ambush the prey that are swimming along with the current.
Is there a chance to ambush us on shore?
Hopefully not.
I can't express how good I feel after those energy drinks. I am jacked. Wow, I feel good. Oh, I'm happy. Man, that energy drink. Yep. Woo! All right, boys and girls, this is the line that Nicholas is talking about. You can see that light. That is where the fish will sit in ambush. We are using the Mucho Minnow. It is black, so it blends in nicely with the darkness of the sky. Basically, it's a jerkbait. Looks like a X-Raft pointer or something. One more, last cast. I'm calling it 16 1/4 pounder. Spot number 2.
I'm on
Spot number 2.
Any predictions?
I predict that we're gonna catch fish there.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Do you have any night fishing tips? Because you are kind of a night fishing fiend.
So black works surprisingly well because it creates a silhouette against the dark sky. Generally speaking, white will work anytime. White's just great. Yellow I like to throw on full moon nights and well lit areas. So if there's a lot of lights, if you're like in a city or something like that, and it's pretty clear water, then generally speaking, throw white. Other than that, I mean, muddy water, throw pink or white or chartreuse.
You've almost listed every color, but keep going.
I'm trying to, you know, cover the bases here. Vibrations and sound make a huge difference.
So you'll start vibrating?
Mm-hmm. So, you know, like sometimes, just to get the fish really biting, they'll just, like that. Yeah. And it'll really get them chewing sometimes, you know, they can hear your excitement. It's like an earthquake to them.
Do you like fishing bridges? Back to the vehicle, headed to spot numero 3. Free gas station chicken for life, or a 65-pound striper? Number 2?
It looks like you might not believe me, but 65-pound striper.
65? Nick's like a speed walker.
Yeah, he's all excited.
He just wants the first cast on the light line.
Right?
He just wants the best spot.
Any final words on the night?
Well, the rough start, but we'll get them.
Hey, good times.
Of course.
You want to tell the camera that we're going to see them tomorrow and then you'll punch it?
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
There's no enthusiasm. There's no enthusiasm at all.
How does John B do it? All right, guys. So it was a rough start to the day, but tomorrow we'll get him. And just remember, keep fishing. Never stop.
That was a pretty good impression. Shout out to our boy John. Congrats to John B on 1 million subscribers. That is a huge milestone. All right, day 1 complete. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So, last night was a bit of a blur. We got back at 3. But today is a new day, and today is the day that I break my striped bass curse. Good morning, Nicholas.
Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, Jay.
Sausage. Sausage is the most underrated piece of meat that you can get because it's every single meat in one. You can't get any better than that. Argue me. I'm telling you, sausage is the best.
We're going on the boat. We're going to check some back bays. Showing some big baits. Here we go. After breakfast. It's a video, not a picture.
Sick. I brought brats. And dip.
This isn't a cooking show. We've made it to the river for the day. New spot, new day, not night fishing, which makes things a lot easier. I know they catch a lot of their big fish at night, but it is nice to actually be able to see what you're doing. You ready for this?
I am
Count it down.
ready.
Give me a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Tell us what we're fishing, why we're doing this, what we're looking for.
We are just looking for basically any point. We're just gonna fish every single point the striper are holding on them. We'll fish docks, any type of structure really. And yeah, we're throwing some plugs today and jigs with fluke type lures.
And they're coming up to spawn.
They are coming up to spawn.
Nice. Anything you want to add, Ryan? Those pants look good on you.
Thanks, dude.
How about this weather? This point's nice and big. Yeah. Oh! 100% just got hit. It felt small, but it smacked it pretty good. Here we are, spot number 37?
Probably 38.
38, spot number 38. Sun's starting to drop, but spirits are still high. Fish on. First fish of the day for Ryan.
Oh my God, it's a blue cat.
Is it really? I swear to God.
What do we got? Is it getting bigger? Come on, Ryan, make us proud. This is what we've been waiting for all day. That's the right species.
Is it?
Yep. Yes.
Hey, there we go.
30 pounder.
Not a complete failure.
Oh my God.
That's what we came for. What do you say, 30 pounds? I call it 30 pounds.
Probably closer to 80.
Yeah, right there. Let's get a nice look at that fish. That is a striped bass. As you can see why. Man, I can't imagine one like that 40 pounds bigger.
Oh yeah. We just.
They do get bigger than that?
Oh yeah. Just a little bigger.
Oh my God, okay.
What? What's going on, Nick?
Nick? With the bigger one?
Things are turning around. Just boat sling him. Do you want a picture, Nick? Is that a PB?
This is definitely a PB. I don't think I've ever even heard of a fish this big before.
There you go. Awesome. Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Jay, it's your turn.
All right, yeah, get one now.
Now it's my turn. Is this a
time.
typical good striped bass trip?
This is an awful striped bass trip.
16 inches in 2 days?
Well, no, not in 2 days.
Day and a half. Hey,
Yeah.
better than last time. We didn't see a striped bass last time.
Yes, that is very true. So
You gotta start somewhere.
we're going in the right direction.
Next year we'll catch a 20 incher. We are headed back to the dock, 2 stripers under our belt, and we're gonna go find sushi. How many sushi rolls can you fit in your mouth at once? Entire rolls.
I could probably fit like a solid 3 entire rolls in my mouth. Sounds great.
What did you order?
His last name.
I ordered drunken noodles.
How much spiciness?
And that intro.
The mostest spiciness.
They called it burning hot. We got sushi. We're not as crazy as him.
Okay.
Solve the question.
You're sweating. That looks pretty good. Thoughts on the food?
Delicious. Very good.
Oh, he's all sweaty.
1 second.
I am. Oh, thank you. No,
Oh, you are sweaty.
I'm very sweaty.
Can you end the video?
Let's see.
Tell people they need to subscribe. Thank them for watching.
All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Jay's videos.
Punch
They're
the camera.
incredible. Boom.
That was good.
Are you still rolling?
Yeah. Surprised the waitress didn't mention anything about that.
About what?
That stupid look on your face. Oh!
He's got me like 8 times with that today.
Yesterday, we finally got on the board with 2 little ones, but we're back. And today is my last full day. Some stuff happened, got to get back home a little bit earlier. So, 1 full day of fishing with Ryan and Nick. Once again, we're hitting some new spots. Can you indulge on what the plan is for the day?
All right, so it's extremely windy today, so we're gonna have to stay solely in the back bay. We can't hit the main bay or the river at all. And nighttime hits, we're gonna go hit an inlet on outgoing tide, so a lot of the bait will be coming back out of the inlet, and the stripers should theoretically be stacked on the outside.
The
So
smoke makes you look good.
everything makes me look good.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. So here, Annie, bring that with. And he'll be like, what?
That stupid look on your face. Yo, are you gonna bring that with you?
Get out of here.
Damn it.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. My confidence ain't very high right now. I'm gonna get Virginia'd. What is getting Virginia when you don't catch a straight bass in 2 trips?
Much later.
Time for a little update. We've been fishing for a couple hours now. We've been doing some trolling, doing some casting, not doing any catching yet. We've got about another hour here, and then we're gonna head to that last shore fishing spot, the last destination of this trip. This was a quick one, but they got big promises for tonight. Big, you said 80 pounds or bust? I just want to catch a striper. Nick promised me one this trip. Can you imagine if I go 2 trips without a striper? All right, Nick.
I can't look at it.
What happened this morning?
Nothing, that's the problem.
Nothing happened this morning. Do you know how many kilometers I traveled? Do you know how many miles I traveled? I lost my fishing rod. I lost my sleep. All to come fish with Nick Lee. This is my 2nd trip. I've yet to hook a striper.
I can't.
We're getting ready for the night bite now. This location we have the most confidence in. Anyways, we'll catch up with you in a bit. Quick tackle stop or what? Oh, this looks good. These are some crazy jigs.
There's a 24 ounce right there.
That's a 24 ounce jig. How do you even
I'm in the bay.
how do you even feel a fish?
You don't.
What's that, Nick?
That's the fish we're trying to catch.
One of those?
Yeah, that thing.
Okay, cool. That's what they look like, just in case if I forget. We are headed off for our last chance at getting me a striper in the United States of America. This is also the most anticipated spot of the trip. Can I say what it is or where we are?
Can't say it's a Navy base.
From what I'm told, you can only get into the Navy base if you're fishing with someone who has
A military.
military credentials.
Been wanting to fish this place for a while, and this is our first chance.
What makes it good?
So there's a serious amount of current coming out of an inlet there. And on top of that, right outside of the inlet, it drops down to 40 feet of water. A lot of bait fish, they're going to go into the inlet for refuge on incoming tide, but when the tide flips and it starts going out, the bait fish are pushed out. So big fish are gonna take that opportunity to stack up at the mouth of the inlet and just ambush these bait fish.
What time's the outgoing tide?
It is at 9 p.m. tonight, so we are going to
dark.
be night fishing.
Nice. Probably not a good drone spot over the naval airstrip, no? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today on the show we have Santosh. So we just met 5 minutes ago. You're a military doctor?
Yeah.
What is this? Attention, beware of jet blast. We are not in Canada anymore. This is the chute right here, little bridge we're fishing off of. On the outgoing tide, it should be mucho minnow magic. Oh, Nick's on. Nick is hooked up. Nick is hooked up. Talk to me, Nick. What's going on? Get him, run!
Leader it.
Get him!
I'm out.
Yeah, buddy! Woo, Nick! That is the right caliber there. Yeah. What do you think, Nick?
This is a beautiful fish. Just really glad this is starting to work out towards the end of the end of the tide.
There we go. That was a nice fish.
Oh man.
That was a better class.
That was definitely a better class. BKD, jig head.
Nice. Just swimming it.
Strung on terribly.
There's a Ryan with a fish. Sling him, both sling him. Oh, he fell. I never saw him. Doesn't count. Yep. We're hooked up. We're hooked up. At least 50 pounds. Yep.
Not a bad fish.
Can you see that? Is that working okay? This took a lot of time for this one fish, but we got it done in the final hours. Ate the jig. I just switched to a jig. Pod number 400. Nick, get in here. Right. Pikachu. We got it done. Not the monster that we came for, but at this point, I'm very happy with this fish. It's going back. Just give him a little toss. She gone. Thank you. Yeah! Now I don't have to come back and fish with Nick. We did it. You know what? Sometimes on the tougher trips, you take what you can get. Nothing but good times. We might not have crushed the fish. I'll come back again. Right. Calling it a night. What do you think, Nick?
I think that was a pretty decent way to end.
What do you think, Ryan?
Pretty good. I mean, I didn't get anything.
You lost one.
Yep.
Guys, that's it for the fishing part of this video. Huge shout out, Santosh, Nick, Ryan.